All right. I think I'm live. Can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Say yay or nay. Hi, friends. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am Janice, and welcome to The Right Way. I am chilling at home today and thought I'd go live. So if you're able to hear me, please say I can hear you or give me a thumbs up in the chat. How are you doing? Hi, Deb S. How are you? Yeah. So let me know if you can hear me. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. Well, welcome to today's live. What have I not done? Basically, I've done nothing. The last week has been, I've been on spring break. Today is the last day of my spring break. And so I've really literally done nothing. I've not done any sewing. I've not done any quilting. I've read a little, but mostly I just relaxed and took the break. It was a well-needed break. And so I took the break and so that's what happened. So, do I want to write a research proposal for you, my sister there? No, I do not. But I wish you all the best with your research proposal. Are you thinking about doing something with mental health? Perhaps mental health and college students navigating mental health challenges. I don't know. Think about it. Maybe think something along those lines. All right. So I made a list of things that I wanted to discuss today on this very quick pop-up live, and I wanted to share with you all that I have not done. So, but the first thing I wanted to talk about was my journal. If you have not yet received your copy of my journal, you can get it on Amazon. The author is, my name is on the book, but on Amazon it's under Althea Wayne, Althea Wayne. It's called Daily Affirmations Journal. And I'm gonna say, first of all, I wrote this book after doing was it Vlogmas? One Christmas, I did a daily affirmations vlog for 25 days, and I decided to use those affirmations to put them together in this journal. I was going through a really challenging time, and my husband, Mr. Right Angles, said to me, when you were doing daily affirmations, you were happier. And so that the idea of doing this daily affirmations journal, hey, Kimberly, hey, you can't hear me? I'm not sure why. Is there anyone else that can't hear me? No, I can. Okay, awesome. All right, so the idea was born because he said to me, you were happier when you did daily affirmations. And so I decided, why not put the daily affirmations in a book so that I could physically write in it each day. And yeah, that's what I did. So, and I'm very proud of this. My siblings and my sister-in-law and I worked together to put it together. And basically, it's just a simple journal. It has a guide to using the book. And then on each section is a different affirmation. So the first one is, I'm proud of myself. And then I have a space for thoughts, feelings, and then 2 pages of notes. And I use this book a lot. It has enough space that you can revisit each section several times. So I have my own copy here. This is my copy. And I love stickers. So the first thing I did is decorated it with stickers. And then I'm not really going to share much of what I have written, but for example, on this page it says I am a force of nature, and I put stickers on the pages and I filled it in, and it's really cool. So if you want a copy of this book, it's on Amazon. It's $9.95 for the book. And yeah, I earn like $3 from each sale. So this is not about the sale. If you love to journal and you need daily affirmations like I do, check out the book. All right, so what have I done? I've completed Jada's graduation quilt. I'm not going to open the bag, but I have the quilt, the backing, and the batting. The quilt, the backing, and the batting in this bag, which is one of those, vacuum seal bags. And I have the binding strips already cut. And I am going to be sending it off to Stephanie Harris, who has the channel Memoirs of a Long Armor or something like that. And some people call her Sassy. I had the pleasure of meeting Sassy in person. We met in Durham. We went, I could take it out probably, but it's from the 3 Yard Quilts book that I got. Is this it? Yes, it's from this book. And it's this pattern, hopscotch. This pattern right here. She chose the fabric and she chose the design. So yeah, I've done it on the live. I mean, I pretty much sewed it on the live. So if you go back and watch, you might be able to see some of it, but this is it. And Stephanie is going to quilt it for me. So this is the very first quilt that I'm going to be sending to a long armor. So I'm a little nervous, but I'm very excited and I can't wait to see what she does. And she needs to get it by the 20th of April. I'm hoping to have it out before the end of next week, so she can get it done and, get it back to me in time for Jada's graduation in May. Can you believe, Sue? Jada is graduating in May. For those of you that don't know, Suzanne, who is in the chat, is my sister. She's in Jamaica right now. Yep, and she's supposed to be writing a paper. Hopefully, I can inspire her to write. All right, so I told you also about the little kid. You can't imagine. Okay, I know you can't. I can't imagine either. FYI, she turns 21 this year. How is she graduating? Suzanne says, how is she graduating at 12? Well, when I went to meet Stephanie in Durham, Jada was my designated driver and emotional support human that day. So she drove us to the destination that Stephanie and I met. And I had mentioned to Stephanie before that my daughter would be taking me. So when she saw Jada, she was like, how could she be driving? She looks like 12. So, but then she said to her husband, who was her driver for that day, well, she has to be at least 16 because she's driving. So I said to her, well, she's almost 21. So yeah, she got the young gene from her mama. So yeah, so she is graduating. Hey, Alicia, how are you? Thanks so much for joining us today. Welcome, welcome. I am just popping up to show what I've not done. I've really not done much of anything recently. I've not done any quilting, any sewing at all. And yeah, I'm just sitting back in the sewing chair in the sewing area for the first time in a long time. All right, so that's my daughter's quilt that I'm going to send out for long arming. I'll show you how it looks when it comes back. I'm pretty excited about that. Have you guys ever sent anything out for long arming? How is that? Or do you do your own long arming? Or do you do just straight line quilting? I've only ever done straight line quilting. But when I have a larger quilt, it's very difficult on this machine because the throat space here is very small. All right, so the second thing I want to show you is the quilt top that I made. Even though I said I haven't done any sewing, I did this quite some time ago. For that little boy that I told you that I was babysitting. For those who didn't hear, a friend of mine, his wife had to have an emergency delivery and they have a toddler. So they asked me to keep the toddler while they were, delivering the baby. And that toddler won all the battles. And I had to admit defeat. And I'm like, I'm definitely too old for this. I cannot be left alone with a toddler. It is not going to work. So that was quite an interesting couple of nights. I had him for about 2 or 3 nights. And it was very, very interesting indeed. One of the things I discovered while I had him is that he loves Mickey Mouse, because I happened to have this shirt on while he was here. And he kept saying, I want to watch Mickey Mouse. I want to watch Mickey Mouse. So I was like, okay, here's what I can do for this little young man. I can make him a quilt, a Mickey Mouse quilt, but I will not be, he gets a quilt, not a babysitter. So I was very happy to send him back to his father. And I was very happy to help out, but I had to admit defeat. You have to know when you are defeated. All right, so here is the quilt that I made for him. It's a simple design that I created by cutting up fabric that I purchased. I purchased the Mickey Mouse fabric and then I had black and white and I put it with it. I thought it went nicely with it. And, that's what I did. So let's see what's in the chat. Okay, so Alicia says, I keep all long armors in my area in business. Good for you, Alicia. Good for you. I mean, the first thing for me is that long arming is very expensive. So that's a deterrent, 1. 2, they have this long list of instructions. You have to do this, you have to do that, you have to do that. And I've always wondered if my quilts are up to the standard that they require. So there's that as well. So I'm hoping for the best on this one. Stephanie did not give me any instructions. I have trimmed it, I've ironed it, I'm sending the backing and the batting. The backing and the batting are about 8 inches longer all the way around than the quilt top. So hopefully, hopefully it will be all right. Michelle, hey Michelle, welcome. Michelle the quilter. Hi Janice. Sometimes you just have to take a break. I've never sent out a quilt. I use my domestic machine, or my friend lets me use her Sweet 16 machine. I only make lap quilts. Yes, I had to reduce the size of the quilt tops that I make because I was just machine quilting. So I only make mostly lap quilts and baby size quilts. Michelle says, love that Mickey quilt. And Kimberly says, oh, he will love it. Suzanne said, it's beautiful, Jan. Next job, Anna Banana quilt. Yes, I will. But does Anna Banana really need a quilt? I mean, but I do want to make Anna Banana quilt. I have had Lynn Lockhart quilt my tea cakes quilts. Okay. And Alicia says, my daughter has 4 kids and I have to split them into groups when I keep them. The two oldest one weekend, the baby one weekend, and the little tornado all by herself. The thing is, my son was quite a tornado when he was a toddler too. So I understand completely. But this baby business is not for old people, I'm telling you. Kimberly says, I just quilt with my regular machine. It might not be as extravagant, but it works. Yes. All of my other quilts I quilted myself. But for her graduation, I just wanted to do something a little more. So this is going to be the Mickey Mouse quilt. And I do something very controversial. I glue based. So I mean, this is going to be the back of the quilt, and I've glued it to the batting. And then I'm going to just stitch this down pretty sides together like this. And then I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to quilt it on the machine. So that's what I'm going to do for this. My goal is to have it ready by the end of this weekend. So that is one thing I have not done. Another thing I have not done is my cotton cuts block of the month. This is the Flyway. I was just about to cancel because I got 2 clues and I did not receive my box, and I was and they didn't communicate with me. So I was getting a little bit annoyed about it because I wasn't getting any information about the boxes. And someone on YouTube told me that there was some challenge with cutting and a machine and whatever, but Cotton Cuts didn't say anything to me. Anyway, just as I was about to cancel, the box came. So this is what it looks like. And I'm going to quickly show you the colorway. So you have this Welcome to Cotton Cuts. Join us for Flyway. This is my colorway Rose Finch. These are the fabric swashes. And they sent the inventory in the box. I don't think I got this for the other one I did, but they sent the inventory, but I wish they sent the cutting sizes, because to me, what do you do with the patterns after you finished the mystery quilt? Don't you they are not useful without the sizes, are they? And then all the clues. This is clue 1, clue 2, clue 3, Clue 4. Clue 5. Clue 6. Clue 7. Clue 8. Clue 9. And Clue 10. This is the border section of the kit, Clue 10. This time around, I did not get the oops kit because I didn't use it the last time, and I have these small cuts of fabric that I don't know if I'm going to use them. So that's cotton cuts. Is anyone else doing the flyaway puzzle mystery quilt? I do have clues 1 and 2, but I have done none of them yet. That's one thing I have not done. Oh my goodness. I'm also doing the Riley Blake Designs Block of the Month kit. I purchased the kit from Lynn at Soft Squares, and I have 10 blocks. But to date, I've only done two. I've only done 2 blocks. Okay, so this is block 1. Block 1. Block 2. I've done these 2 blocks. The others I've not done. Block 3. Block 4. Block 5. Block 6. Block 7. Block 8. Block 9. And block 10. So I have not done those, but it's okay. I mean, I have the patterns, I have the fabric. It's not like they're going to spoil. They're all, I got the poppy cotton solids, I believe. I could be wrong. I never did get into knowing like the names of fabric designers and fabric lines. It's just, if it's pretty, it's pretty. And if it's not, it's not. And it doesn't matter to me who really designed them, or whether it's old stock or dead stock or new stock or new design, or yeah, I've just never gotten into that. And that's another thing I have not done. All right, another thing I have not done is the Quilt Guild block of the month. Well, I did do the last block. I think I started it on a live. It's quite dark compared to the other blocks, but I like it a lot. Now this block, I started cutting it on the last live and realized I was cutting it wrong. So Deb said I would never cut a quilt on cut on a live. And every time I cut, I make mistakes. Every time I cut on a live. So I had to figure out a way to recut so as not to have to start over with this. So this is the last block I made for the Quilt Guild block of the month. Yep, I've shown the blocks multiple times. This is 1, 2. Yes, Deb, go ahead and laugh. Have a good laugh. 3, 4. I think this was the one that I cut on the first live where Deb said, never cut fabric on a live. And I made mistakes. And then when I put the blocks together, I had this whole section upside down. So here we go. Here's another one. And another one. And I think this is one of the first ones I did. And then this. So I think I'm going to try to go to 15 blocks. I need to do some dark blocks, some darker blocks like this, so that I can kind of have a balance, because all the blocks are mostly lighter colors. So I need to do a few darker blocks. So when I get to 15, I think I'll put them all together with sashing. Thank you. Thank you so much. Hi, Aisha. Welcome. Deb is laughing at me, but that's okay. She says, never cut fabric on a live. Thanks, Alicia. Michelle says you would have to measure all of the pre-cut pieces before you sew them. I've never gotten these kits. I'm doing a mystery quilt group with our state guild. Okay, nice. Beautiful. Hi, Janice. That looks beautiful. Thank you. I love these, Jan. Hint, hint. Yes, Sue, I got the hint. I got the hint. All right, so I'm doing good with not doing good. All right, the last thing I have not done, I've not done the last block from the 501 quilt blocks. Definitely, you definitely know how to persevere. Okay, thank you. All right, but okay, this is the block. This block, this one. This is the last block that was selected, and I have not done it. I've not done it yet, so I'm not going to select a new block, but I've been doing these blocks in the patriotic colors. And when I say patriotic, I'm fully aware that, you know, fully aware that I'm speaking specifically about America. These are the RBD blocks that I did before. This is block 1. It's in a Ziploc bag. Block 2. And then these are the blocks from this book. So this is 1. This is black, green, and gold. Those are the Jamaican colors. Sorry, black, green, and gold. Those are the Jamaican colors. That would be my next quilt. These are red, white, and blue. And the fabric has an American theme. So it has the Statue of Liberty. It has the American eagle. It has sections of the Constitution, and so on. So these are the blocks that I've made from this book. And the next one I'm going to make is this one, the Devil's Claw. I have not made it yet. So I'm not going to select a block from this book today until I've made this one. So the good thing about quilting is you don't have to do it all right now. You know what I'm saying? What I'm trying not to do is not to make any purchases. And I'm telling you, Lynn is making it very difficult because I watch her sales to support her channel because I love her. I love her channel. And I believe in supporting small businesses. And, I believe as women, we need to support each other. But she makes it very difficult. I keep saying to her, you need to show ugly things and ugly fabric, so I don't buy anything, but she's not listening to me at all. So Michelle said, oh, Michelle says, I think I have this book, Love Those Blocks. Thank you very much. Thank you. We've been choosing the blocks on my lives. So the next live I have, we will select, hopefully the block will be done by then. And that's it. That's all I have to show you. Shame on her indeed. Shame on her indeed. I've been on spring break for a week, and I've been on a break between courses, and it all comes to an end this weekend. So this is my last weekend of freedom. And with that being said, I wanted to introduce you to a Jamaican phrase of the day. So the Jamaican phrase of the day, and pardon my Jamaicans who may watch this video. To my non-Jamaican friends, I sound very Jamaican, but to my Jamaican friends, I might not sound as Jamaican as I think. So the Jamaican phrase of the day is "me free paper bun." Me free paper bun. I'm going to write it in the chat. I'm trying to write it phonetically correct. So the phrase is "my free paper bun." Word for word English translation: my free paper was burnt. Suzanne, stop laughing at me. Stop laughing at me. My free paper bun. What does it mean? Literally, it means that the paper that gave me freedom has been burnt, which I think is an allusion to our slave ancestry. But in Jamaican language, it means my freedom, my vacation has come to an end. So Jamaican phrase of the day, my free paper bun. So as we say, my free paper bun, it means I have to go back to work on Monday and my courses resume on Monday. So all my freedom has been taken away. So idle time is over. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. She's the linguist and the professor in the family. So yeah, so back to work. Jada is saying I am to be quiet because she has a job interview and I'm disturbing her. So I'm going to lower my voice. Hopefully you can hear me. And if you are praying people, say a prayer for her. She's job hunting, yes, because she's officially adulting. And her school, she's doing nursing. She's doing a nursing program. In May, she graduates. She'll do the NCLEX in June, and then she'll officially start working. So, yes. So you've learned a Jamaican phrase, my free paper bun, and yep, back to work, back to life, back to reality. I will enjoy my weekend. My plan is to sew tomorrow. So I'm going to finish this young man's quilt, the Mickey Mouse quilt, and then I'll just do some random sewing and enjoy it. So I am going to say goodbye for now. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am not going to make any promises. I'm at the end of the school year, which is a very busy time for teachers. And also I'm going to be doing 3 courses. in my studies. So I'm not making any promises, but I will pop on as often as I can. And I will be watching you guys, interacting with you in chats and watching you on videos. I might appear on a live every now and then. And when I'm able to, I will pop up on a pop-up live. Thank you so much. Self-care. Self-care is important. Yes. I was telling Suzanne, my sister, yesterday, telling Suzanne that yesterday was a bad day. I ate whatever I wanted to eat and I did absolutely nothing. Besides that, I'm hiding from the pollen. Pollen is terrible, terrible in North Carolina. It's everything outside is covered in a layer of pollen. If you walk from my apartment to the mailbox and back, like your shoes will be covered in pollen, your glasses will be covered in pollen. It is absolutely crazy. So I'm hiding out. And yep. Thank you for supporting my little sissy, my big sissy, Suzanne says. And self-care is important. I keep telling myself that doing nothing is not doing nothing. It's okay to rest. It's okay to take a break. It's okay to stop, to pause, breathe, go for a walk. Self-care, very important. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a great day. I'm going to be enjoying the last 2 days of my freedom. And I'll see you all in YouTube land. Have a great day. Walk good. Be kind.